Hi everyone, welcome back to Weekly Wednesdays. I'm so happy to be here with you. We're talking today about being overwhelmed. When I talk to my clients and my friends and other women in the community, I really get the sense that women often feel very overwhelmed, like there's not enough time in the day, there's just too much to do, and their vitality really is compromised because of it. Their happiness, their joy, the ability to make a real difference in the world, it's all compromised by feeling really overwhelmed. So I thought, okay, how do I manage overwhelm in my own life? I have a very full life with two young kids, a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, tons of friends that are really important to me, a family that loves to spend time together, and I have my coaching clients and running a business and all of these things. And I can feel overwhelmed as well. So I thought, what is it that I do when that starts to happen for me? Because I've really worked at it, and now my life runs pretty smoothly. But I'm aware that that took some effort, and it can take continued effort. So I wanted to share with you today 3 things that I use to manage being overwhelmed. And the first thing you've heard me talk about before, it's really about knowing what is most important and most necessary to you in your life. So what's most important for me is that my family really enjoy each other, that I kick ass in my business, and that I make a contribution in the world. And when I'm clear on that, then it's much easier for me not to get pulled in a million different directions, to say no when I need to, and to keep focused on what matters most. The other piece is what's actually necessary to get done. Now, doing your taxes or making sure to go to the grocery store so there's something to eat, those are necessary items in your life, perhaps. And so it's what's most important and what's most necessary. The most necessary stuff isn't always what you enjoy the most. However, what I do is just try and get it done right away so that it's not just hanging over my head, draining my energy, so that then I can really focus on everything that is most important to me. So number 1, what is most important and most necessary? When you're clear on that and your mind is focused on that, you have a mindset that is much more conducive to being peaceful and having ease. The second thing is to then get systems that support that life you want. So I am big on systems. I kind of am a geek about it. I have systems for everything, and those systems really help my life and my family's life and my business's life run smoothly. So you have to find the systems that work best for you. Some people find that they are list writers, and that they, not just on little pieces of paper, but that they actually write lists that they can refer to back again and again, like their packing list, their shopping list, their camping list. And they can just pull that out and know exactly what it is they need for those different areas of their life. Again, what works for you is going to be different than what works for someone else. I can tell you that my systems are vast, and a few of them are, I use my calendar like crazy. I put every event in my calendar, every meeting, every appointment, everything in my calendar with alerts. And I do that right away. So as soon as something comes up that I know is a calendar item, it goes in there. That helps me so much to keep track of what's coming. And then what I do is my husband and I review that calendar every weekend to look at the week ahead. And we usually do that for the month ahead too, but we definitely do it for the week ahead to see, okay, what is coming up in all of our lives and what do we need to work out? What glitches do we need to work out? Do we need extra childcare? Who's coming home when? When is he getting in his run? When am I getting in my yoga? What do we need to make the whole week flow? So whoever it is in your life, your business partner, your personal partner, whomever it is that, helps make your life run more smoothly, your assistant, whatever, make sure you're aligned and looking at what is coming. Another thing that I do is on a personal front, is to have grocery lists that actually have meals built in. So I don't really like to go grocery shopping, but I do like to eat good food. And my husband has celiac disease, so we have kind of a restricted diet. So it's important to us that we have exactly what we need on hand to make really good food. And I, therefore, or whomever in our family goes shopping that week, have what we need, so there's not like, we can't make, I don't like to use my energy in that way. It's just like, okay, we have these meals, what are we going to cook tonight? That helps me a lot, and I can reuse those lists again and again. Lots of things like that. Systems, whatever they are for you. Is it a morning routine to get up earlier to make sure that you have your clothes laid out, that you have your lunches packed? Is it that every Monday you have your goal setting for your business for the week? Whatever it is, make sure you have systems in place to support your life flowing with ease. And the third thing is super critical, and it's about taking care of yourself. Making sure you know what to do to recharge your own battery, to fuel yourself up. So what I find is that women have a really hard time putting themselves first. Whether it's cultural or primal or both, we tend to take care of others and put ourselves at the bottom of the list. And I talk a lot about that in my coaching with badass and brilliant women. And where it really plays out in being overwhelmed is that when we're not balanced and happy ourselves, it is really hard for our lives to run smoothly. So it's actually essential to being less overwhelmed that you take the time to do those things that make you happy and bring you a sense of peace. So for me, it's yoga every time. So I know that if I just stop and make myself go to yoga, no matter how many hundreds of things I feel that I should do that day, I will leave feeling 1,000 times happier and honestly more productive. So now if I'm like, oh, should I go to yoga? Should I not? Sometimes my husband will look at me and be like, go to yoga. And he's actually saying that for himself because he wants me to come back happier and calmer. So whatever it is for you, make sure you know what it is and that you actually take the time to do it. It's so essential to fuel yourself up if you really want to have a life that runs smoothly. So that's in a nutshell, the 3 things to do to help you be less overwhelmed, especially if this is a busy and hectic time of year for you. 1 is to be sure and clear about what is important and what is necessary. 2 is to make sure you have systems in place that work to support that. And 3 is to make sure you take time to give yourself the peace and joy and calm and renewal that you need to keep going. So as always, thank you so much for being here with me. It means a lot to me to be in your inbox every week and creating this conversation with you. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what it is that you do to manage being overwhelmed in your life and how that works for you. All of us really want to know because we're all on this journey together to have a life that kicks ass and that flows with ease and joy. Thank you so much, and as always, pass this along if you found it valuable. I want to build this awesome, badass, and brilliant tribe. Take care.